Hello again, I am Blunty, and this is not a mere rubber band, this is the Easy Macro, a macro lens for camera phones, but instead of the bespoke attachment or sprung clip of your more common mobile macro lenses you might be used to seeing, this one's stretchy band means it can fit on any phone, even over the bulkiest of cases, and will work regardless of where the lens is on your phone. It's a neat idea in theory, and it's a product that has been around for a few years now. I've often seen it amongst the camera phone accessories on sites like PhotoJojo when I'm poking around for interesting stuff to do with my phone. But to tell you the truth, I've always kind of assumed this tiny plastic lens glued into what is essentially a rubber band would be a bit crap, so I've never pulled the trigger on one, but I was always curious about it. So when the Easy Macro people came to me directly and wanted to throw one at me in the hopes of a review, I said, sure, I'll take a look. I mean, why wouldn't I? I'm not gambling any of my own money on whether or not it's good or not this time. And I'm really glad I did, because in actuality, it's rather quite superb. Better even than a lot of other inexpensive macro lenses I've tried over the years for my iPhones. And I'll let the pictures I took speak for themselves. Now, you'll still get all the usual issues you see with all macro lenses of this kind, the fact that you have to get very, very close to your subject to get focus, which makes, for example, cool shots of wild spiders, which I love doing, rather life-endangering if you happen to live in Australia like I do, where everything is venomous and angry at you. You'll still get an extremely thin depth of field, which makes nailing focus and many kinds of compositions quite difficult, and you still get a very soft detail resolution outside anywhere but the center of the lens. These are all things inherent in the optical physics of any single lens solution of this kind, so I'm not criticizing the product for that, I'm just making sure you newbies know what's up. What you do get from the Easy Macro lens band, though, is a surprisingly sharp and clean image. The focus sweet spot is completely free of distortion and other kind of artifacts that can be common to this type of lens. With magnification so strong, you can even get a nice clean image of a single grain of sugar. So not only do you get a macro lens the equal or better than most other inexpensive macros for camera phones, but, and this is the part I love best, by nature of its design, it can slip into your pocket or even your wallet, and it's so small and light you'll never even notice it there. Now, of course, other macro lenses for phones aren't exactly big or heavy or bulky, but their more three-dimensional nature means they can't fit in a wallet and will leave a lump in the pockets of folk who love their Instagram and their tight pants. But the long and the short of it is, all this means this macro lens can be with you 100% of the time, ready and waiting for when you need it or want it. And for me, that's the absolute key to a good accessory for a camera phone. It has to be a think-free thing to keep with you, like your smartphone itself, so any and every time you need it, it is with you. So, please welcome the Easy Macro lens band to my personal everyday gear. I will be keeping one with me at all times from here on in. The only drawback I can see is that, like other stretchy elastic bands, use will eventually deteriorate its elasticity. It can be relatively easily damaged, it can be torn, and it will break. Not might break, it will break. If I had to take a rough guess at it, I'd say a year of regular, practical, but mindfully careful use is what you could expect from this thing. So my suggestion is to get the 3-pack they sell, and keep 2 spares. That'll keep you going for quite some time. Or get the 5-pack. Keep 3 for yourself and give a couple away to friends and share the love a bit. But in the end, I am surprisingly impressed with this simple but effective little macro lens. Thanks for watching, I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.